I don't understand what people mean when they say they don't backtest. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me. Now I'll show you a trade I am currently in. So today is the 11th of July 2026 and it's a Saturday, by the way, and I'm sure you're wondering how come I'm currently in a trade when the markets are closed. But it's a Bitcoin trade, so it's a BTC USD trade and the markets are open for Bitcoin 24 hours. Okay, so over to the charts. This is a Bitcoin trade that I am currently in, and you can see it's a sell trade. You can see where the line I entered here. I'll just get my crosshair. You can see where I entered on this line, and it being a sell trade, you can see that price has actually gone against me. Now I entered the trade here at this point, somewhere here, and price went well in favor of the trade, but then started to reverse against me and is getting a little bit close to my stop loss. Now, the reason I'm not panicking is because I have backtested this trade. By the way, this strategy is a new strategy, is a new scalping strategy that I created just about 3 weeks ago. And it's a strategy that works on all the instruments that I trade. So basically, most of the majors and some of the minors, and then Bitcoin and gold and US 30. Okay, those are the instruments I trade. And the reason I actually trade that many instruments is because all the strategies I trade are proprietary strategies. They are strategies I built myself, and they work because the reward to risk is actually low, is usually around 1 to 1, sometimes 0.8 to 1, which is why they work on most instruments. Okay, because I'm not swinging for the fences. I'm not looking for a 3 to 1 or a 5 to 1. So it's easier for such strategies to work and have a very high win rate on most instruments. Okay, so as I was saying, price has been going against me, but I'm not panicking because I have backtested. I know how the strategy works. I have realized that over a period of time, price in a trade, price might go against me a lot. However, a lot of the time, price actually reverses back in favor of the trade. And I've seen this happen over and over and over and over again in the backtest. Now I have been forward testing for just 3 weeks. So I can't really rely on my forward test yet because it's not been a long time. It's not been long enough. Okay, but I know my backtest. So I am expecting price to reverse back in my favor. Now, it's not going to happen every time. For example, this trade might end up going and hitting my stop loss, and that's totally fine. However, what gives me the confidence is the fact that I have backtested. So for people to say that they do not backtest because backtesting is rubbish, because backtesting is not the same as live trading. Of course, backtesting is not the same as live trading, but why would you want to start live trading a strategy when you don't know how it actually fares or how it has fared in the past? It doesn't make any sense to me, except you want to gamble. If you want to gamble, that's totally fine. And I suppose some people are fine gambling, but I don't do that. I do not gamble. I want to know what to expect when I take a trade, because it's with the data I gather from backtesting, I can then decide what to do going forward. It's with the data I gather from backtesting that I will have enough confidence to place a certain amount of funds on a trade going forward. And then it's based on my forward testing data that I will then decide to increase my the funds that I allocate to that trade, to that strategy. For example, if I realize that my forward testing data matches my back testing data, then that solidifies the strategy such that I can then allocate more funds to that strategy. And that's how it works. So to depend solely on forward testing is very, very risky. But again, do what suits you. And like I've mentioned in the past, if you are going at this if you're not profitable yet and you're going at this on your own by yourself, there's a better way. In my previous videos, mostly on TikTok, I have stressed over and over and over and over again the importance of getting a mentor. I have said this a million times, and I've talked about how to find a genuine mentor. I've talked about the sort of mentor that you should be looking for should be a mentor that holds your hand. It's no use getting a mentor if the mentor is not going to hold your hand. Okay, and that is why a lot of people get it wrong. Even with mentors, they still end up failing at trading. Okay, so I've said a mentor should hold your hand such that you do not make the mistakes that someone without a mentor will make. Okay, now if you do not find such a mentor, because I know finding such a mentor is actually very difficult, because most of the mentors out there are really just there to make money. They just want to make money off you. They're not really interested in your success. Okay, I'm not even referring to the fake ones now, the ones that don't even know how to trade. I'm not referring to the ones that haven't done this for long enough to even know how to mentor a mentee. I'm talking about the ones that are actually quote unquote genuine, but their focus is not on you but on the money. Okay, look for the kind of mentor that will be focused on you, whereby your success is their success. Okay, now if you can't find such a mentor, then like I've said before, I have a link in my bio. Click on that link. That will get us on a discovery call, a free discovery call, where I can understand what your goals regarding trading are and how to get you to those goals as quickly as possible. After that call, we can then set up a mentorship, and it's usually 3 months. It lasts 3 months, and the reason it lasts just as short as that is because I literally throw everything at getting you to success as quickly as possible. And that's because we're going to be having calls every day where I scrutinize your trades, ensure you are sticking to the strategy we have agreed on. There will be penalties. Remember, I do not mess around with this. There will be penalties for breaking rules. Okay, because the idea is to get you to profitability in 3 months. So there's no time to mess around, which is why I'm not the cheapest, because I'm not interested in getting people into a group and then live trading with them, and then they go ahead and do whatever they like and then mess up their accounts and blow their accounts. Really not interested in that. I'm interested in getting you to profitability as quickly as possible, which is why I only do one-on-ones. Okay, now if you're interested, click on the link in my bio and I will see you there.